What up YouTube, Knives and Gear Insights with another short unboxing, first impression video of a knife that was highly anticipated, that everybody is raving about. So when it came out, when it was released, I ordered this on release day. And I'm talking about the Vosteed Porcupine. I ordered the version, the all gray version. You can see it here. So it's all gray G10 handle and gray coated blade, and I kind of like this version the most out of all the options they had. The second option would have been the one with the brownish copper colored blade. But yeah, let's get into it and look at it. I just got this actually today, so I'm not sure when this video will release, but today is January 19th, and that's when I'm doing this video. So I just wanted to let you guys know I just got this today, and that's when I'm recording this. So you got a raccoon sticker, which is cute. You got a support card so you can contact them if you need to. You got a little instruction booklet or page, and then you got your knife in the pouch. So this is my first Vosteed actually. So you can actually, oh yeah, you can either put other patches on here if you like to. So let's get into it and see what's in here. So we got the knife and the cleaning cloth, and that's pretty much it. So, which is still cool. I mean, it's a smaller pouch, so I like that. It's a little bit more pocket friendly if you want to travel, you don't have a huge pouch. So, and first impression on this knife, looks cool. I like that textured G10. It feels grippy and nice. I like that pop of that pivot color here. Wow, that blue looks nice, and the same blue you have here for the lanyard hole, lanyard pipe or tube or whatever you want to call it. You got your top liner lock. You can see the gray coated blade, so you can see that gray coated blade is a little darker than the G10, so you have a little difference in the color. It's got a wire clip, which is fine. I mean, the knife is $69, so I'm not too worried about it. The pocket clip is reversible, so it's a fully ambidextrous knife. It looks like full T8 hardware. I know that. I mean, I'm a member in the Vosteed group here on Facebook, and they were talking about that pretty much everything on this knife is T8s. So I believe even the pocket clip is T8. Let me check that real quick just to make sure. I'm not 100% sure if they said the pocket clip is T8 as well or not, but we can find that out. So let's see. Yep, T8 even on the pocket. That's great. That's cool. All T8. Great job, Vosteed, on that one. I really like that. So yeah, looks cool. It not sure so far. I mean, I do not own a Oz Machine Company's Rosie, but a lot of people, including myself, when I saw this knife, well, my first thought was Oz Machine Company Rosie. Definitely inspired by it, which is cool. I would love to own a Rosie. I just don't have the money. I mean, who has $1,000? Not that many people can spend $1,000 on a knife. So I'd rather spend the $69 on something that kinda resembles it. I know it's not the same thing, and of course it will never be a Rosie, but it's still cool. I like all the jimping up here. I mean, this is you can feel it. Like, I mean, it's definitely feelable, but it's not aggressive. Like it kind of is flush with. So you can see, you don't. If you look at the line here, you don't see the jimping. If I slightly turn it, you have the jimping here. And you can feel it when you hold it, like when your thumb kind of sinks in here or whatever, or your hand. So it gives you extra grip. You have jimping on the blade twice, which could be a little bit more aggressive, I guess. That's some other YouTubers complained about that too, but that's fine. I mean, you got jimping here, you got jimping right here underneath the handle, so you got a lot of jimping going on this knife, which is cool. That's why they call it the Porcupine, I guess. So, and it's a I feel like this is a little smaller. I know already that I mentioned in the group when I saw this first and I saw the measurements. They definitely have to come up with an XL version of this one. This is such a burner knife. Like, this is so anticipated. So many people. This has sold out in minutes on Amazon. I got lucky that I got one, actually. But yeah, let's do some size comparisons real quick with my standard knives that I usually use for those. So you see here, my Drift LCT as example is a little bit bigger. My Re-Knives Equibic the same way, is also larger. Let's do the CBB Placoid here. You can see this is quite larger also. Same with the Senkat Frontera, definitely quite a bit larger. So this knife is on the smaller side, but like I said, this is completely fine. Because I was expecting it to be a little smaller. Let's look at the Petrified Fish Beluga. It's also bigger. Very similar in colors, actually. And then the little NAFS Lander. So you can see it's much closer to the Lander, actually. Much, much closer to the Lander. I mean, it's still bigger than the Lander, of course, but it's very much closer to that one. So, yeah, let's get the blade out and see how the action is on this one. Oh, haven't had a finger hole, especially on a smaller knife, in a while. So I gotta get used to that, but that's fine. Looks really nice, the blade, actually. I like that blade shape. I'm a fan of this. I'm a sucker for this type of blade shape. That's why I also like. I know that some other people also kind of compared it a little bit with the Micron Moyarl, which is right here. So yes, they are very similar in blade shape too. But overall, when you look at it, so the Moyarl is a little bit larger, not by much, just a little bit. And they have very similarities on the finger hole here. But it definitely, this is a different knife. It looks much closer to the Rosie. And I did something I want to show you guys. So I did a printout, actually, of a Rosie. I don't own a Rosie, so I can't really show you a real comparison. And the printout is not, the size is not correct. So this is smaller, actually, than it's supposed to be. The real Rosie is actually really close to what this knife is. I've seen a picture of this one versus a Rosie. They are exactly the same lengths, literally. So I just wanted to show you guys on the video real quick. They have very similar lines. Like, all this here is very similar. It's a little bit more extended on the Vosteed, on the Porcupine, not by much. This is very similar as well. The Vosteed does a rounding back here versus the straight line back here. But overall, they're very similar. The finger hole, if this one had the finger hole very similar to this, it would be even more closer to it. So like I said, I just wanted to show you guys. But yeah, overall, the button actuation works great. The flicking works okay. Yeah. I have to get a little bit used to the smaller version of this, or that this knife is a little smaller. So bear with me, because I'm used to flicking usually larger knives. But overall, I mean, look at this. This knife is just great. I mean, it looks so good. I'm so in love with this knife. They did a great job on the button, on the button frame lock here. So when you look at it, as soon as it clicks in, it's pretty strong, actually. I know that some people said that it could be on the weaker side. I don't see that. I don't see that at all. In my case here, this is a very strong push, actually, for this knife. So I don't have no problem with that. It's very, very cool. I'm really happy that I could pick this up. that it didn't sell out, especially the gray one. I wanted the gray one badly. I'm a sucker for this color scheme for gray, and then with the blue accents or whatever, and the gray type of blade. So let's do a measurement real quick on this little knife here. So the knife is 7 1/4 long overall length. The blade length is at 3 1/16, and the cutting edge is at about 2 and what is that? 7/8, 2 and 13/16. So yeah, a little bit over 2 7/8. So 2 and 13/16 is the cutting edge, which is still cool. It's like I said, it's a smaller knife. It's intended to be smaller. So it's also light. Let's get the weight on this real quick while we're at it. I believe this is around just barely over 3 ounces, but I could be wrong. 3.2 ounces maybe. Let's see. 3.44 ounces actually. I thought it's lighter than that. Okay. But yeah, 3.44 ounces. Not a bad weight, honestly. It has. See, I've got really large hands. If I choke up back here and don't use that choke up spot, the handle I have a 4-finger grip, but it's barely a full 4-finger grip. So if I choke up here, I have the perfect full 4-finger grip, and I have room to spare. So I can definitely say it still works fine for people with large hands. Even here, it's still great. Either way, it's a great knife. It seems to be really nice to hold it, in my opinion. It's also like the thickness of the knife is perfect. The wire clip is something, yeah, I mean, like I said, I gotta get used to, but it also makes the light a little bit, the knife a little bit lighter, not the light a little bit knifer. So the knife a little bit lighter. But yeah, I like the whole profile of this knife. The open and closed, it just looks cool. Let's do more size comparisons real quick while it's open. So just to show you guys where we're at. It's definitely quite a bit shorter than the Drift LCT or the WeKnives Equivoc. Quite a bit shorter, actually. Like I said, it's still a great EDC carry, but of course not as large. But it's also not. It doesn't have as big of a profile. It's not as heavy. Where are they? So here versus the CBB Placoid, you're very small actually. And then here with the Sencut Frontera, you can see. So they're definitely way, way bigger than this. And then last but not least, the Petrified Fish Beluga. And then the little Nav Slander. So the Nav Slander this time, I mean, you can see it's still a small knife, but it's much closer to it's probably the closest one I've had so far to the Lander, except of, okay, this is a way bigger, thicker knife. It's still larger, but you can see it's much closer to the Lander on this side. Oh, this way. So and then just in comparison, I don't know, I mean, I already showed that real quick, but let's just do it one more time here. Versus the Migron Moyarl. The Moyarl even is larger. So you can see the Moyarl is definitely larger. Not by much, by maybe a 1/4 inch or so, but it definitely is larger. But it's still cool. I mean, I really dig this knife, and I mean, a lot of people that I've seen already in the group, including myself, and also online on a lot of posts, a lot of videos about this knife, of course, that have popped up because everybody has this knife, gotten this knife either from Vosteed themselves or they bought it or whatever. everybody is saying, Vosteed, please make an XL knife, and I'm right there with you. This, if this would be an XL, put it in a premium steel like either Vanex, LMAX, S90V, S35VN, S45VN, whatever. Just make it bigger. Make it in an XL version. Size it up by, I don't know, 1.5 or 1.3 times or something like that. Probably 1.5 times. And make it similar like they did with the Rosie. Oh my god, this would be a killer knife. Like this would be insane in larger, and even if, especially if you put it in a premium steel, maybe even premium handles. I mean, I honestly I would love to see this knife in a larger version with a premium steel under $200. But you know, I mean, that's just me personally. It would be amazing cool to see that. But yeah, like I said, so far my first impression out of this knife, I'm digging it. I really like it. If you want to pick it up, it's still, I believe you can still order it from Amazon. I'm not sure. Let me check real quick. Because like I said, I just got it today. It took a while to get to me actually. There's only a single version on Amazon still available, which is the brown or light brown micarta handle. That's the only version that's available on Amazon, and even that has about a 2 week, almost 3 week delivery time. So, but I believe it's available on the Vosteed website. I think they said that they just made it available on their website, so you can go check it out. I will link it. I will link the Amazon. I put the Amazon link in there, and I will also try and see if I can link the Vosteed website on there. But yeah, that's it for me for today. I recommend this knife. If you want to pick it up, go for it. I definitely say it's a great pickup, especially if you like a little bit smaller, lighter EDC knife. Definitely recommend it. A great knife. Vosteed did a great job on this one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.